Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Aisha Griffin. I am a senior majoring in business administration from Columbia, South Carolina.
My name is Daniela Hatcher. I'm a junior majoring in interdisciplinary studies with a focus in communications, and I'm from Orlando, Florida.
Hi, I'm Kiara Smaller, and I'm a sophomore majoring in nursing.
Hi, I'm Javon Camp. I'm a sophomore majoring in criminal justice. I'm from California.
Okay, so for our speech today, we are going to talk about how religion affects homosexuality. So, our first general purpose is to inform the audience about how religion affects the homosexuality in today's society. So, our specific purpose is to, at the end of our speech, the audience will be able to understand how religion can affect homosexuality. Our general idea is knowing how different religion works, how other people's sexuality affects the religion, and how some people are afraid to go through with the homosexuality because of their religion. So, for the audience, have you ever thought about how a homosexual person feels every day, knowing that they have to deal with people that don't like them because of their homosexuality, but they also have to deal with like the religion aspect of it as well. Many religion beliefs are different when it comes to religion and homosexuality. The relationship between religion and homosexuality is complex and has changed extremely throughout the time today because from the past and the present, it's been really different with how people view sexuality, homosexuality today. So there are three primary stances on homosexuality in regards to religion. The first one is rejectism. The second one is love the sinner, hate the sin. The third one is full acceptance. All these may seem different to anybody, but it's all about how you portray each one of them. So the first one with rejectism is a system of belief that entirely objects to the idea that homosexuals desire equal rights. So basically, it's pretty self explanatory just how they say you have to have, we have human rights and everybody is equal. It's the kind of same thing as when somebody is homosexuality, that they deserve equal rights just as anybody else. So when the second one talks about love the sinner, hate the sin, pretty much how the LGBTQ people should be regarded in with equal amount of respect, even though they are homosexual. Like they should still be equal and should still be respected from other people and not just treated any type of way just because of their homosexuality. Um, the full acceptance approach insists that homosexual people are entitled to all of the same civil and social rights as their heterosexual counterparts. Meaning, this belief states that homosexuality is not a sin and that the LGBTQ people are accepted by God, just as the heterosexual counterparts are.
So, rejection. Rejection is an issue seen and known everywhere in the world, and it is one of the biggest fears in a person's social life. Everyone wants to be liked by someone, and no one wants to be rejected because of something that they can't control or something they have chosen. And I know a lot about homosexuality and religion when it comes to rejection. As I grew up in a Christian family where my parents were not accepting of my homosexuality, like, and my lifestyle. Um, and I grew up, my parents had been very supportive of me since I was young. But when it came down to what I wanted to do with that, that's when they began to reject me. And many religions reject what they don't understand or what they don't agree with instead of trying to understand it. And the rejection from these religious groups leads to rejection. And many religious groups oppose to homosexuals having the same rights as heterosexuals, such as marriage and adoption. A lot of them believe same-sex couples are an abomination, thus rejecting anything that has to do with homosexuals and equal rights. Which brings me into love the sinner, hate the sin. What a lot of people forget is that everyone is a sinner and everyone sins, and not one sin is worse than the next. They're forgetting that they should be loving the sinner and hating the sin. Um, and what a lot of them preach, God is love, and rejecting a people or persons for something that they want to do is not necessarily so. And also it comes down to respect. So homosexuals respect heterosexuals, so heterosexuals should give the same respect to homosexuals.
Um, the third part is the full acceptance approach. Um, being a homosexual, you you put yourself into a community of people who has the same beliefs as you do. It's a small community, but a very big community when you look at it. If you look at it every day to day, even on campus, you see how you can be who you are and still hang out with heterosexuals and they still accept you, even though that is your preference. Family differences, I know I can speak because my mom is a missionary and she does not support it. So me and her have our differences when it comes to me being part of the LGBTQ community, but we learn to put our differences aside because we are family, which is why she started the program at church and why we have different churches and programs with a support system to help support these people, because some of them don't get fully accepted within their family, within their church, no matter what religion, whatever race that they're in, which is why it's good to have those support systems.
Now, after hearing the speech, hopefully now you can understand how religion can affect homosexuals. After hearing about a homosexual, how they have to deal with rejection from many different religions, how the love the sinner, hate the sin holds LGBTQ people, and how they should be regarded with the equal amount of respect. The full acceptance approach insists that homosexual people are entitled to all of the same civil and social rights as their heterosexual counterparts. This belief states that homosexuals is not a sin and that LGBTQ people are accepted by God just as their heterosexual counterparts are. After hearing the speech, to now be able to know how different religion works, how other people's sexuality, and how some people are afraid to go through their homosexuality because of this religion.
Just to like piggyback on everybody, I'm a Christian, so I like grew up like Baptist, so I can understand when it comes to like heterosexual and homosexual how we as Christians believe that a man should be with a woman should be with a man. It's no like man to man or woman to woman. Like that's just how we was brought up, or we read that, and it's just kind of like you accept the person, but you really don't accept the sin that they're doing, because it's none of your business to judge anybody. So it's kind of like, yeah, you accept the person as they are, but you just not really gonna really, how can I put this? You're not gonna really have too much to say about what they're doing, because like I said, it's not your place to judge. Only God has control over that. So um everybody religion is different, so it's just all at the end of the day like what God has to say when it comes down to the judgment day, because you never know what he's going to decide at the end of the day. So, that's our speech about how religion affects homosexuality, and thank you for listening.